Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Randota. I know it's been a while, but I am back with the game where the show. I'm back with the show where the meta doesn't matter. Really stumbled over that one, didn't I? Anyway, this is from Dreamleague Season 13. This is game 1 of 3 between Neon Esports and Adroit. Looking over these teams, I got nothing. I haven't heard of either of these teams. A couple of names look kind of familiar, like Cypher for Neon seems a little familiar, but I don't. RR also sounds familiar, but I don't know 100%. So we're just gonna go straight into this, and it's gonna be kind of crazy. But before that, I want to talk a little bit about the patch notes because there's a good chance of some of this stuff coming up. In fact, an infinitely good chance of a couple of things. So for those of you that have not been paying attention, the Outlanders patch dropped. There's been a couple of minor patches since then, some of which I have notes about, so we'll talk about that. First off, the big change that came out with the Outlanders update. Well, the two big changes, I should say. We have two new heroes. The Void Spirit and Snapfire are in the game. Neither of them has been banned out yet that I can see. Void Spirit has been getting a lot of play in some tiers because he is... A lot of people were originally like, his kit's not great. Then they actually got their hands on him and tried him out, and he is hard to kill sometimes. He can be very hard to pin down, and he's very good at just blowing you up. He is an intelligence-based melee nuker / carry. And he's very good at it. He's got a shield, a couple of escapes, and he's even got a good lockdown for his remnant. Because each of the spirits has a remnant. Yeah, he's one of the elemental spirits alongside Storm, Earth, and Fire, or Ember. Snapfire, I'm not as used to. She is a mix of a support and a nuker. Although apparently one of the funnier things I've seen from her is one of her abilities is she gives one of her teammates a cookie, which causes them to jump forward very hard. It's a lot like Slurk's Pounce. We'll see if we get one of them in the game. Hopefully we do, because they are a lot of fun. I tried out Void Spirit in the practice mode, but of course I don't know everything about him. Now the other big changes, I know I'm not talking about the draft, but we'll get into that in a minute. But the other big changes are, now each player has their own courier. Also, I just realized I need to mess with the video settings. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, that is back to what I needed. But for some reason, the Radiant side is just frozen. That's legitimately what's happening on my screen. Anyway, like I was saying, each player now has their own personal courier that just starts right off the bat. That's a big deal. Also, if you're a support player, great news for you in this patch because Observer rewards are now free. Observers, not sentries. Only Observer rewards are free. Also, if you destroy a ward, you don't get the gold unless you are the one who bought the true site to reveal the ward, which is a really odd thing to do, but oh well. Next up, this is a really big change for the long-term games, is the maximum level for the game. Normally, or before the Outlanders patch, the max level is 25, and you'd get 4 talent points to spend in your talent tree at 10, 15, 20, and 25. When you hit 30, your talent tree unlocks. You get everything from what I saw, and that can be some absurd power if you're depending on who you're playing. Let me see if I can unfreeze this real quick. There we go. Ogre Magi is our third pick for Adroit. But anyway, next up, another big change. This is a map change. Is the side shops are gone. They've been replaced with what are called outposts, which are stone towers with a couple of hovering stone blocks above them. First off, these are locked for the first 10 minutes, so you can't use them at all. But each team can take them over with a short channel. It's a 4-second channel for one character. The time goes down as more people channel to control it. Capturing the outpost gives your team a boost of bonus XP just right there. And as long as your team has control of it, every 5 minutes of game time, so when the clock hits 5, 10, 15, well, 10 and 15 would be the better one because they're not unlocked at 5 minutes, of course. But every 5 minutes of game time, they give more XP to your team as well. So it's a good way to get some level ups really quickly. Or not quickly, but faster. And now, probably the biggest, most controversial thing that Ice Frog put in this game. Not Drow Ranger, although I'm glad they gave her a model update. She looks a lot better. Anyway, the big controversial change that came in on the Outlanders patch, neutral items. Neutral creeps in the jungle can now drop unique items that you can't sell, but you can share them with your teammates. There's 5 tiers of items that unlock as the game goes on. Tier 5 is apparently only available once you hit the 70 plus minute mark, so long-term games. Look for these when we hit the international next year, which is gonna be fun. Now, tier 1 items start dropping at 7 minutes, and the chance of the drops starts at a flat 10%, with the exception of the 35 to 45 minute mark, where you have a 5% chance each for tiers 3 and 4. And then it switches over to 10% for tier 4 at the 45 minute mark. Now, one thing, as you get an item, so like if you get a tier 1 item right off the bat, that 10% goes down to 5% and then goes down again to 2.5% when somebody gets a second one. Once your team gets 3 items from a tier, that tier is gone for you. One thing as well, it used to be when the Outlander patch first came out, after the tier 2 items started dropping, tier 1 items would stop entirely. That's no longer true. There is no end point for lower tier items dropping, except for the 3 item rule. Higher tiers on the table will roll first, though. So if your team has 2 tier 1 items and the tier 2 time frame rolls around, you're more likely to get a tier 2 item until you run out. But yeah, so that's how that works. Some of these items are pretty interesting. One of the funnier ones is, if you look at the patch notes, one of the items is the old Iron Talon, which was in the game for a few patches and then got taken out. The item description for it is literally just Iron Talon. It doesn't tell you a thing about what it does. So unless you want to go and look it up, it ain't gonna tell you. Or it will, hopefully in game. We'll see. Some of the items are game changing. We're down to the last pick and we haven't gotten anybody new. Come on, Neon, give us somebody fun. Like, give us Snapfire. Give us the Void Spirit. Hell, give us Meepo, that'd be funny. So yeah, those are the big patch notes. Those are not all the patch notes, obviously, because I mean, I'm not going to go over the patch notes in their entirety. There are people much more in depth with much more in depth knowledge about them than I have to go over them. If you want to go watch them, I'd recommend Purge. Because dude knows his stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Adroit has a very tanky, very get in your face and rip it off lineup. I mean, Dragon Knight, Abaddon, Ogre Magi. Although Ogre Magi... Fun thing is, Ogre Magi and Darkseer are no longer the only melee intelligence characters in the game. Now there's also Void Spirit. Okay, so we have the Undying. So we don't get anybody new today. I'm sorry. I really am. See about next week. But... anyway, like I was saying, Adroit has a very tanky, very fight-heavy lineup. Even the Lina and the Drow Ranger are going to be fine with just getting in and ripping people apart. Whereas Neon, they have some tankiness with the Magnus, the Undying, a little bit less with the Troll Warlord. But they've also got a lot of good gank potential. Because, I mean, Rubik loves to walk around, loves to be like, hey, that's a very nice spell you had there. It'd be a shame if somebody stole it. You also have the Undying, who can just keep a fight going forever on his own. Okay, that is an awesome looking Dragon Knight set. I'm not gonna lie, I love that. But Magnus is just Magnus and Undying. Neon have some good initiation. They don't have a lot of sustain, Neither team really does, although Abaddon has some to him, and Undying does too. But neither of them is a great healer. But Neon can start the fight. Adroit can last through it. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna also go back in here. That's the audio. What am I doing? I'm gonna go and knock this all the way down. So yeah, the textures are not going to be super great right now. Mostly because I just want to get a good frame rate going for you guys. Alright, let's see how many of these controls I still remember. Alrighty. And we already got just people going straight off to their lanes. And yes, see, Rubik has his ward. Okay, yeah, there's individual couriers for everybody. Hard to tell whose is whose. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce our players, shall we? For Team Neon, in the top lane, we've got Playhard on the Rubik, who has just placed his number 700 ward. Congratulations. He's alongside Cypher on the Venomancer. Mid lane, for Team Neon, we have Yopaj playing on the Magnus. Then bottom lane, we have RR on the Undying, and Skem playing the Troll Warlord. Bottom lane, for Team Adroit, we have Bach playing the Abaddon, and with the still portraits, that is a terrifying looking face. Alongside Boomy on the Lina. Mid lane, we got Mac playing the Dragon Knight, coming down here to help secure a bounty rune. By the way, the bounty rune is now spawned in the river. That's another big change. There's only 2 of them. They spawn in the river. Then on top lane, for Team Adroit, we have CML playing the Ogre Magi, and Natsumi playing on the Drow Ranger. I'll tweak the video settings later. Actually, there are 4. Huh. I guess there are still 4 bounty runes. Because we had 3 get picked up by Adroit, so Adroit already in the lead. That's it. Oh, wow. They already took down Skem. The Troll Warlord falling so early is a huge sign of bad luck. Granted, real early kills like this are not going to be important, but they're not going to be world-ending. That said, Boomy versus RR, it's going to depend on whether or not Boomy has his stun and whether or not he gets off a good Light Strike array. RR, on the other hand, can just throw out decays, rip away the health and strength of the Lina, which she doesn't have a lot to start with. I mean, she's already at 15. Anyway, this is the outpost, by the way. This is what they look like. When you control it, these hovering rings take on a color for your team. Blue for the Radiant, red for the Dire. Again, they lock until 10 minutes. Go and zoom out just a little bit, because there's actually, there's not really a lot. There's not really a world of difference. There's a world of difference between zoomed out and zoomed in on this game. What set are you wearing, Dragon Knight? Scorched Amber. Looks a little bit like it's taken from Warhammer Fantasy. Except he's like a burning elf. If you're unsure, also, Curse of Avernus has taken a bit of a change, where it works a lot more like Jingu Mastery for Monkey King. Oh, Natsumi falling on top lane to Cypher. That's the danger of the Veno. We'll see if anybody goes into the jungle to get any of the neutral items. Oh, also that's another big change. Because of the neutral items, you now have 4 slots in your backpack. So yeah, they have given you now have 10 inventory slots, but still the backpack does nothing but hold it. It provides no extra stats or anything. So we got 1 for 1 so far. Or 1-2-1, I should say. Double bracer build going on Mac here. Trying to build up as much tankiness as he can to face down the Magnus. Not a bad call. Question is, how long is this game gonna go? Okay, Drow's now got what did multi-shot replace? I do not remember what Drow's old E used to be. Oh wait, no, it was the, no, that wasn't a silence, because that's what Gus does. I legitimately don't remember. Magnus and Dragon Knight still have all their old abilities, of course. Rubik also. Same with Venomancer. Ogre, still Ogre. Abaddon just trading blows with creeps. I kind of miss the days when Abaddon's sword would vanish when he isn't fighting. Because it gave him an extra little... It made him a little more mysterious. Now he's just a Death Knight. Just a Death Knight, that's a normal thing to say. Okay, so the bounty runes respawn at 5 minutes, and there's... Where do these secondary runes spawn? I'm gonna have to look into the patch notes to find out that. Cypher actually got that last hit. I would not have expected that. First dragon transformation of the game. Mac just going up to eat a tree. His courier's coming out with, yep, gloves of haste and an observer ward. Oh, CML's come in to join him. Second there, I thought that I would have sworn that was Yopaj, but Yopaj is back. Does not yet have a point in RP. Which, I mean, you don't want... Oh, Lena's coming in as well. They're going on this Magnus. Can they get him? Light Striker raise out, along with the Dragon... Breathe Fire, not Dragon Slave. Rubik comes in with the Fade Bolt. RR's here as well. Does not have Tombstone. Oh, double damage rune for Mac. He's grabbing it. He's got a Dragon Tail ready, but his dragon form wears off just a little too soon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's his power treads up on Mac. Meanwhile, Lena and the Ogre have rotated all the way up top lane. There's a Plague Ward that just gets instantly pounded down. There's another one. It's also broken. It's... I mean, come on. You're throwing 17 gold at them, Cypher. You're doing a little bit of damage, but at the same time, you're helping. Play hard taking down a sentry ward, so... Telekinesis lift, throwback for Natsumi. She's not making it out of this one. Out comes the Light Striker, a little too late to save her, but Cypher takes the hit. That's going to allow CML and Boomy to just kind of run off. Oh, we actually have our first neutral item here on Skem. he gets a Royal Jelly. Like it says, grants target allied unit a permanent buff for its +2.5 health regen and 1.25 what? Over 1.25 mana regen. So yeah, this Royal Jelly is our first neutral item. Let's double check to make sure of that. Boots travel recipe already up in the backpack of Cypher. That's an interesting choice. Also, that's interesting. 1.3 mana regen. Okay, yeah. That's right. That is what Royal Jelly does. But the Royal Jelly does not show up for the item on the item lister. Cypher starting to build up some plague wards. Also, another neutral item, the Ironwood Tree recipe, found by Yopaj. The Ironwood Tree recipe, by the way, you put it together with 3 iron branches, like it says, and you can actually plant a tree that gives, I think it actually gives some good stat bonuses. Don't know what he did with it. Tier 1 down already on the bottom lane, but instant trade from Cypher after Bach helps take down, actually basically does take down the Tier 1 on bottom. Also, I like the fact that now if you mouse over a recipe, it shows you what goes into it, rather than just telling you. Yopaj with a DD rune. Cypher trying to get away from Bach here, but yeah, Bach's just not gonna finish Jason. Northern outpost captured, or northwest outpost captured by Neon Esports. Meanwhile, the southwest one has been taken by Adroit. Also just had another neutral item found. Did not see which one it was or who grabbed it, so. Ooh, smoke used by Keen Optic. Oh, there's the Ironwood Tree, +7 to all attributes. So they're just stacking their neutral items on Skem here. First reverse polarity onto Natsumi. They're gonna kill this Drow Ranger again. That's third death for Natsumi. And no kills to make up for it. No, that's gonna be kind of rough. Anyway, Keen Optics. 75 cast range, 1 mana regen when it's not in your backpack. Oh, Flesh Golem must have been used as well. And there's a Royal Jelly. Does Royal Jelly come with 2 charges? Lena I think they nerfed Lena's move speed because she just seems really slow physically. Natsumi probably doesn't want to get involved with Skim here, considering Natsumi's only level 7. Cloaked Ogre coming in. They know Boomy's here, but there's a light trigger. It actually lands on Skim, but not going to be any follow-up, especially after they see the TP. Yes, you can TP to the outpost, by the way. And also, Neon have both outposts, so there's going to be some good XP going the way of Team Neon. Meanwhile, Play Hard getting just chased down by Bach. In comes... Ooh, the threat of Cypher coming in is enough for the Abaddon to back off. And, wow, I was going to say, Adroit CML goes and takes the southeast outpost for his team. So there's some more XP right there. You get less of a bounty as these things level up. Also, they get tanky. Stolen aphotic shield. That's an interesting one. Not the worst thing you can steal, definitely. That said, Avalon's level 10 and only has put 20% XP gain, but also only 8 points. Where's your 9th point, dude? Also, we have a broomstick now, which melee only characters get a bonus attack range. They get 12 damage and everybody gets 12 damage or 3 armor along with it. So this Abaddon's actually doing alright for himself. I'm glad we're seeing a lot of neutral items in this game, because it means I get a chance to talk about them a little bit. Like this arcane ring. It's a lot like, it's basically Mana Boots 2.0. It's even got the exact same range. The only difference is it's just a little under half of the mana of the arcane boots. We have yet to see a tier 2, but I think tier 2 starts at 20 minutes. We've already got a scepter up on the Magnus. Yopaj has his scepter, which means cooldown and cast point on skewer are gone or lowered, and the mana cost is gone. He can just skewer all over the damn map at this point. Stolen Mist Coil, not the best thing, although that's actually one big change as well that I didn't mention before. Mist Coil can no longer kill Abaddon. He can no longer deny himself with that trick. Oh, he's in trouble. Bach can't get out of this. He knows it. Borrowed Time active. They're hitting him, or they were. Borrowed Time now gone. He's trapped in the tree line, and he's gone. Skem getting that one. Northwest Outpost taken by Adroit, and there's our first tier 2 neutral item, the Dragon Shield on Mac. Kind of fitting that Dragon Knight is the Dragon Shield, but 5 armor, 5 HP regen, attacks burn enemies dealing 12 damage per second for 3 seconds, and does affect buildings, so the Dragon Knight's even more of a siege weapon now. Especially in dragon form. So our first real tier 2 neutral. But yeah, you don't see neutral items. Neutral items don't show up in the item viewer. That's interesting. Nether Shawl taken by Skem. -4 armor. This is the first time I've seen one with an actual negative effect, but 20% magic resist 8% spell damage. Skem probably wants to give this to somebody else or put it in his backpack. Breathe fire out. Clumsy net found by Natsumi. Kind of funny when you stop to think about it. An adroit person finding a clumsy item. And there's the Philosopher's Stone by Yopaj. Which yeah, you lose attack damage, but you gain gold per minute and mana. But like I was saying, a clumsy net for somebody that's for a team called Adroit, because Adroit usually means that you're not clumsy. And Yopaj is liking this free skewer. I can see why you'd rush to get Ags on a Magnus nowadays. Bye, kitty. Bach having some trouble here. He's the only one standing strong. Loses the tower to Skem. Also, Shockwave does pull them towards you. That's a new one. That's a new effect. Bach doing his best. He's holding strong, too. Natsumi finds their own Nether Shawl. Again, straight into the backpack because negative armor is bad even for a Drow Ranger. Four-man smoke from Adroit. Mac, Boomy, Bach, and CML. Mac kind of leading the charge, but a little bit unsure of himself, I think. Stolen aphotic shield on a melee creep. Oh, they know they're there now. Clumsy net found by Yopaj. Blink forward from Mac. Jumps straight onto a courier. Kills RR's courier. Light Strike missing play hard, so they're not going to get a kill with that smoke, but they did get a courier snipe. They might even be able to get another one, depending... Whose courier is this? Okay, that was Cypher's courier getting his Crimson Guard. Yopaj actually had the vision there. I think we're gonna have a Yule's Scepter for Yopaj in a minute. All he needs is about 500 gold. Also, secret shop items are no longer available in the main store. So, like, so for example, Voidstone, not in. Actually, no, Voidstone is in the main store. I think. Play hard. Gotten 3 assists on the 4 kills that his team has, so good on him. 4-man smoke again from Team Adroit. Question is, what are they going to do? Actually, no, I think that might even be a full 5-man smoke. Nope, because never mind, Natsumi's on the bottom lane. Cypher breaks the smoke. Out comes a Fire Blast. Double cast it along with a Light Strike Array straight into a clumsy net. Oh, but a good 2-man RP from Yopaj on the back line. Skewers Mac back in. Mac is down. Scam on a killing spree as they also took down CML. Yopaj chasing forward with the skewer. Gets Boomy with the Yules, but misses the skewer back. Soul Rip onto Cypher to heal him up, and suddenly things are not looking so hot for Adroit. All tier 2s are gone from top lane for Team Adroit, and Cypher, I was gonna say, Dragon Slave stolen by Playhard. For a second there, it looked like Neon were gonna try for a full charge. Another shell dropped, and actually, yeah, I could see Boomy making good use of this. He has 6 armor, so he's going to take a little bit extra damage. But another shawl for Lina is actually not a bad call, because 8% more spell damage on something like Laguna Blade. I mean, hell, even with just the damage for a Dragon Slave or Light Strike. It's 216 damage, so... Sorry, I was quiet for a second there. I was doing the math to figure that out, and I'm probably wrong, but... Also, I love the fact there's a Bob Ross reference. Targets the ground to plant a happy little tree that lasts for 20 seconds. Also, I don't think this runs out. There's no charges listed on Ironwood Tree, so I think you can just continually reforest. We have a Roshan attempt by Skem and Yopaj. RR standing by. Cypher starting to plant wards down to slow down. Dude, I was gonna say, Adroit don't know about this. They have to guess. I mean, they have to have a guess that Roshan's going down. Skem gonna get the kill, of course, and he's immortal. I think that's the signal. Neon gonna charge straight up top lane. A 1-man RP onto Bach to stun him down. Can they kill him in the time? Yeah, they do. Playhard even getting the kill there using the Fade Bolt. Remember, Fade Bolt doesn't do a lot of damage. 320 is not a huge amount. Borrowed Time was also on cooldown, so... Mac, Boomy, and CML standing strong. In comes from the south, Natsumi with that split shot, but the Crimson Guard helping keep Neon alive, or in this fight longer than you'd have expected them to be. Good work by Adroit to stop those Plague Wards from building up, because that's one of the big things that Venomancer is going to bring to this fight, is his ability to just continually push the siege with the Plague Wards. Oh gods. I just saw the other 15 talent. So Venomous Gale Hero Impact would summon 2 wards. That's not a great thing, because it would... You have to make sure you're consistently landing Venomous Gales on heroes, but... Oh wow, I didn't know this. But the tier 1 on bottom lane for Adroit was at full health. Skem's just gonna go straight into it. He has Battle Trance ready. So he could actually just, in theory, just knock these towers down even faster if he wanted. There's a Solar Crest up for Bach, but is it going to be enough? The tier 3 is already under threat. They just went from a tier 1 to a tier 3 in less than 2 minutes. Dragon the Slave is going to help take down Play Hard. I mean, it's a good kill, but it's not the most they could do. I say Poison Nova lands, but only on CML and Mac just doesn't care. He's got the health to go straight through this. Tombstone on the high ground. Oh, the Fire Blast stun is going to help secure the kill on RR. There goes the Tombstone. They're trying to chase, but they got 3. That's more than enough. Oh, Skem gets out just as Mac transforms on him. You guys could claim the outpost. You need it. Because they are, with the exception of RR, who's at 12, the overall levels for Team Neon are higher than the ones for Adroit. And that's going to make things a lot worse with Skem picking up the evasion talent. Boomy. Oh, he's got an Eye of Scotty, too. Enchanted Quiver found by Cypher. Next range attack with 400 bonus range, 175 bonus magical damage, and True Strike. So the level 3, the tier 3 items are dropping now. Kitty. Sorry, one of my cats is yowling. Mac finding the Titan Sliver. 16% base attack damage, magic resist, and status resistance. So Mac's going to be even tankier, but question is, Bloodlust got stolen, tier 3 down, Bach in, thrown up in the air, Yopaj gets off the skewer just before the gust hits him. Bach he has got borrowed time on, but he's already healed up a lot of the way, but he's not going to be able to make it out of this. Top barracks going down, CML gets caught by the Whirling Axes, Skem on a double kill, unstoppable streak, one man reverse polarity, catches Mac. Skem's just standing in through everything. He wants Mac dead. That's a triple kill for Skem as he takes down the Dragon Knight. Yopaj has to skewer away. Skem's still alive somewhere in this fight. Where is he? He gets hit with a light trigger. He gets Glimmer Caped and then just walks away after taking down the top melee racks and the top range racks falling to the creeps. So not only did Neon get some good objectives with those barracks, they got several more kills, and they got out of there safely without losing a single person. They didn't even lose the Aegis. The Aegis actually gets reclaimed. Roshan might be back up in 3 minutes, but another Titan Sliver found by Skem this time. Oh gods, that's going to be dangerous. He did get rid of his enchanted... He did backpack his enchanted quiver, but he's already at 21. Also, one thing I did not mention. The level cap being raised to 30. If you kill somebody at 30, you gain the exact same amount you did it when they were at 25 for gold and XP. That does not go up. Playhard's like, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute, guys. Do y'all need me? No, probably not. I'll actually, yeah, they really do, because Playhard, he hasn't done anything super huge this game, but he has also, he's been involved. I mean, he's helped out with 9 of his team's 12 kills. Also, he has the Philosopher's Stone, so I mean, that's not the biggest thing. Oh god, spider legs. Yeah, more movement and turn rate, and also you can get free movement. You can get 3 seconds of free pathing. These neutral items are actually helping out a lot for the people that use them. Like, the clumsy net alone has been getting some good use. All outer towers are gone for Adroit, and Skem is just going to be bashing down the second shrine. Somehow, Adroit have actually taken the southeast outpost. Which Skem is like, no. It's actually important at this point to capture the outpost, because remember, you can TP to these things. You can apparently also attack them? Southeast outpost captured by Team Neon. There is nothing... Oh. Venomancer actually has legs now. Who'd have thought? But this is bad. This is especially bad news for Adroit. They have nothing to TP to. They need boots of travel to get out. What the hell is that? Craggy coat. Lower attack speed, higher armor. So, yeah, 76% physical resistance on Bach. He's going to be... Anything that tries to just punch him is not going to do a thing. Which actually is going to neuter a lot of... Is going to neuter the Plague Ward, the Undying. Honestly, the Magnus is fine. But the Troll Warlord is also going to have a bit of a harder time now. Oh, yeah, extra skewer range, so Yopaj can literally run across an entire screen at this point. There's a quickening charm found for more HP regen and reduce cooldown of all spells and items by 13%. Yowza. That's on Scam at the moment. They might have changed how the 3 items thing works. It might be 3 items per person. I would have thought it was 3 items per team at first. Yeah, it's gotta be 3 per person, unless you can somehow cause somebody to drop an item and steal it from them. Roshan will be up in 2 minutes, so a little bit... They found Box Courier. Oh, they also found CML. Yopaj getting that one. Charging across the entirety of mid lane. This is starting to look really bad for Adroit. They're down by 17,000 gold. 9 kills in every outer building. They don't even have an outpost. And at this point, the outposts are going to be a big deal because you gain more experience as the time goes on. I'm kind of wondering what this Troll Warlord is going to be going for next. He's got an Abyssal Blade queued up, so he's got 1750, 2850, 3,700 gold. He's more or less got it. Multi-shot damage picked up now by Natsumi. You might hear a buzzing noise. That is my phone going off, but I have screen calls, especially when they're from a different state that I don't, and a number I don't recognize. Small lag spikes here and there. Southeast Outpost captured again by Adroit, so well played to them. And Scam just picking up his Abyssal Blade. He's backpacked the Ironwood Tree and the Enchanted Quiver, keeping the Titan Sliver. 25 strength up for max, so he's just going to be tankier than anything else. What he needs to do, though, he needs to start... I mean, Talisman of Evasion's good. He needs to turn that into something else. Roshan gone again. Instantly a 5-man smoke. So Scam is immortal again. Who's got cheese? Yopaj has cheese. They're gonna smoke in straight through top lane. Are they just gonna throne this? Are they gonna smoke throne?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a hammer going off in the background. Scam decides, nope, we're gonna cut down tier 3 in the mid lane, and it's before they can even activate the glyph. Half the tower is gone. And just like that, Neon back off. They did exactly what they needed to. They showed we can just appear out of nowhere and destroy half your base. Or half of the building. Meanwhile, Yopaj taking back the southeast outpost. Again, doing their best to seal off the ability of Adroit to get anywhere outside their base. Almost a 25 on the troll. He's halfway there. Probably going to take the Whirling Axe cooldown. Because 3-second Whirling Axes is just absurd. Yopaj uses the Yule Scepter, takes up Bach. Bach gets pulled all the way back. He gets lifted, tossed right back down, gets skewered again into the borrowed time, and oh god, Playhard stole borrowed time. And he's got the Scepter upgraded version. So he's got a borrowed time with Scepter bonus. Bach had to buy back. He's got to. They can't defend without him at this point. Skewer doesn't catch anybody. Again, just walks forward, gets double fire blasted. Doesn't care, just still tears down the tower. Goes straight in on the range racks. Cypher popping down wards. They're gonna cut down the melee racks next as well. CML gets dragged back, tries the clumsy net, but doesn't save him from Yopaj. And there goes the melee racks. There's no barracks. Only barracks left now are bottom. And the tier 3 is still there, but Scam doesn't care. He's just soloing this tower. It's gone already. Laguna Blade comes out. Yopaj finally falling to Boomy. Soul Rip trying to keep Scam alive, but he's got the Aegis. It's okay. They need to kill him twice, and they're throwing everything at him, and he's still standing. Yule Scepter knocks him up into the air. He's still going. Scam is not dead yet. He's at 24. He's at less than 100 HP. He's still standing. Somehow not dead yet. Light Trick Wraith finally takes him down, pops the Aegis. But Adroit knows they can't do anything. They need to stop the Stroll Warlord, but he's just too strong. Titan Shard now put in the active slot that the Aegis was in. This is going to be Megas. Neon have the Megas mostly on the back of the fact that that Adroit just don't have an answer for Scam. Yule Scepter to try and keep Boomy in the fight. Out goes a single Scotty shot from Scam, and there's a godlike streak. The Troll Warlord on the rampage. One-man RP. Natsumi gets caught. There's a good use of the Hurricane Pike, but Skem just walks into the fountain and just starts bashing on the Drow Ranger. He's still standing, and there it goes. Neon Esports claim game 1 in commanding fashion. That was a brutal game. Points to Adroit for not bowing out faster, but at the same time, Neon just were in the driver's seat from basically the word go, with the exception of the first blood. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like on the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. And if you want to keep up with me and never see any of my current series, then consider joining the squadron by subscribing to the channel. That does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. As for that, squaddies, I have been D. That was an impressive showing by Neon Esports in Game 1 of their 3-game series versus Adroit here in Dreamleague Season 13. As for that, squaddies, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.